The classical ballet Swan Lake is the story of Odette, a princess cursed to live as a swan unless a prince declares his love for her. The lead role of Odette, the white swan, and Odile, the black swan, is so physically and mentally demanding that it has to be divided among 3 different ballerinas during its 6-show run.
There are 3 Odette Odiles, Sarah Mearns, Ashley Bowder, and myself. I don't think you could pick 3 more different dancers, at least among the principal women.
This ballet has been one of my favorites, or maybe my favorite since I was 10. Swan Lake was my first solo principal anything when I was 19.
Sarah's this great adagio dancer. She's so emotional.
It's kind of crazy that it was the first thing that I did, and I'm still doing it now. Love it. It makes me cry every time. Tess is like, she has the legs for days, arms for days. She has a long neck, which I wish I had.
For me, it was the dream role. It is the dream role. I understudied it for like many, many years and he hadn't chosen me. So I felt like so happy when it was like finally my turn. It's kind of hard to believe that I'm like up there with those people. I don't know if I really like believe it yet.
Well, the other 2 dancers are tall, bigger than me, and blonde.
Ashley, she's such a spitfire, you know, and she's so great at the Black Swan.
I turn and jump a lot, so people would definitely see me as Black Swan, but not so much as White. When I'm dancing White Swan, in my head I'm thinking this is not your thing, because I've been told this is not my thing.
I think all 3 of us have a different idea of how we want to play the characters, which is kind of the beauty of it, because every time you go to a show, it'll be completely different. Odette is just kind of like doomed from the beginning, but she's also this like beautiful creature, so you have to fit that all in and tell your story. And then Odile is just like this evil temptress, you know, trying to like lure in her prey.
She's very selfish. She doesn't really care about the prince's feelings. She's there to completely trick him, to manipulate him. And you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be Odile. But it's fun to be that because it makes you feel powerful.
There's 3 of us who do 6 shows just because it would be impossible to do it every day in 1 week.
The first pas de deux in Swan Lake, the main pas de deux of the White Swan, and by the time you finish that, you have massive foot cramps because you've been on point for over 5 minutes. You have right in the middle of the ballet one of the hardest pas de deux, solos and codas in all of ballet. And right after that, you have to run off stage, run into your dressing room, change from a black tutu to a white tutu, change your headpiece, come back out and start crying on stage.
A normal ballet is 20 minutes, and it's unusual for you to be out on stage for the whole 20 minutes. Odette, Odile is probably dancing for over an hour of the 2.5 hours, so it's a lot.
2 or 3 weeks before the ballet, completely stopped drinking alcohol or soda or anything that was dehydrating. I would take potassium in the morning and at night just to prevent muscle cramping because the ballet is so long and difficult for muscle stamina.
To get ready for it, I just tried to do as much dancing as possible just to like build up the tolerance for that much dancing.
If you know you can do it and you know you've done it before, you work smarter. You work in a different way. You don't push your body to the limits now if you don't need to. I had a major back injury last year. I came down from a jump and my back went. I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to come back. The instincts that you build after an injury are insane. Like, you know every single part of your body and how it's gonna react to something and when to stop. Swan Lake is both very hard technically and very hard emotionally. It's classical ballet, it's pure, and we can all do those things, but it's the character on top of it that makes it very hard. There's so much that you have to convey to the audience, but so subtly.
I think the more you stay on point, the more bird-like, for me. You know what I mean? The minute this happens, you're a human.
Yeah.
Especially in the Black Swan, it's like she's not only trying to fool the prince, she's fooling the entire audience. And that's what makes them go nuts. And I feel like after you're done, you're just so emotionally wrecked. I mean, at least I am. And it takes a couple days afterwards to like get yourself back again.
Well, after the first performance, I had a burger and fries and a beer. Last night, I kind of had 2 dinners, half a bottle of wine, and a margarita. That's it. That's it.
Most people, when you're in the audience, you watch from waist up, especially in a role like this when it's such theater and it's so much acting, so much storytelling with your body language and your arms, where your eyes are. That will do it all for the audience. That will make them cry at the end. And that's kind of what we're going for. I want tears.
They all started when they were babies, 3, 4, 5 years old. They came to New York to study at SAB with the sole purpose of entering the New York City Ballet. And when you become an apprentice, that's already hope.